What's good, YouTube? Giants fan 696 back here with a video today, and today's video is going to be a breakdown of the physical finisher badge in NBA 2K25. So, new badge added this year. It improves a player's ability to battle through contact and convert contact layups. So, in this case, I'm going to be doing the test with the Jaylen Brown and edited him to have physical finisher on bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, and legend with the attribute thresholds you would need in the builder. So in this case, he needs a 70 driving layup and a 60 strength for bronze, 80 driving layup and 67 strength for silver, 90 driving layup and 75 strength for gold, 96 driving layup and 83 strength for Hall of Fame, and 97 driving layup and 97 strength for the badge on legend. And we're actually going to be testing this against Paint Patroller, just because that's the badge that protects the rim at a high level. So it'll kind of be a good contrast of, you'll see what tier of the badge you'll need to be able to score in Paint Patroller. And again, I'm going to have Jokic with the gold Paint Patroller throughout the whole test to keep it consistent. Just kind of an average of where I think most centers will be. The attributes for that are you would need 77 interior and 93 block. So to me, I think most centers in the park, rec, pro-am, whatever you're playing, will have around a gold Paint Patroller stat. And, if you're going to invest in something like physical finisher, you're going to want it to be able to make layups on centers who may just be sitting in the paint. Against the best rim protectors, right? If you're going to sacrifice the attribute points for it, you want it to work. So again, we're going to do the whole test against gold Paint Patrol. And lastly, as always, we are going to start it off with Jaylen Brown just under bronze with no physical finisher, just to get a baseline. So he'll have 69 driving layup and 59 strength to start. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, as always, keep in mind this test is on Hall of Fame difficulty and high risk, high reward shooting. Same thing for my layups, as you'll be seeing, because we're going to be shooting layups. And keep in mind all of Jaylen Brown's other badges have been removed, so you will purely see the effect of physical finisher. Same thing goes for Jokic. All of his other defensive badges and badges have been removed besides Paint Patroller on gold. Again, he'll have it throughout the whole test. Right now, we're starting off Jalen Brunson with no physical finisher. All right, first attempt here. And that's going to be the test. We're going to just run into Jokic and try to shoot a layup on him. 0 for 1 right there. Obviously, he has a gold Paint Patroller. I don't really expect to make anything with no physical finisher. So, again, always going to do it as a baseline, though. So, let's see. That's 0 for 1 right there. And we actually do make that. So, we're now 1 for 2. Somehow we greened the lightly, again, with no physical finisher. And my driving layup is a 69. So, again, maybe I just had good timing there. So, we'll just keep going. But we do make one there. So next one here. Okay, that time we get absolutely shut down. So that is going to be 1 for 3. And again, this is kind of similar to the way we tested Posterizer. He's just going to be standing in that circle with his right stick up to contest me and body me up. And we actually green another one right there with no physical finisher. Again, tight coverage there. So we're now 2 for 4, which honestly is pretty surprising. Like, I don't have any physical finisher and he has gold Paint Patroller. Again, let's do one more as our last test. And he absolutely walls me up that time. So we finished 2 for 5. Honestly, better than I thought. But let's go ahead to bronze now, where I'll have the 70 driving layup and 60 strength. Again, still going up against gold Paint Patroller. All right, guys, so we went 2 for 5 with no physical finisher against that gold Paint Patroller. So now we're at bronze. So let's see if we could do a little bit better here. And we greened a lightly right on Jokic that time. So that's going to be 1 for 1 right out the gate. I 1 for 1. See what our next one here looks like. He absolutely walls me up that time, so that is going to be 1 for 2. That's going to be 1 for 3. Let's see, try 4. And he gets a lightly that time, so that is now 2 for 4. So now we're going to see, are we going to break what we did with no physical finisher, or are we going to tie here? 2 for 4. See what our last one here looks like. And I get absolutely walled up. So we finished 2 for 5. Gave me the contact layup in 2 times. So I mean, same thing as no physical finisher there. So not a huge fan of bronze, but we're gonna move on to silver. We now have 80 driving layup and 67 strength. All right, guys, we're at silver now. Again, still going up against that gold paint patroller. You know, with bronze and without the badge, we went 2 for 5. Isn't terrible for it being that low, but obviously if you're going to invest in this badge, you're going to want to make more than 2 out of 5 shots. So let's see if silver is a little bit better. And we go 0 for 1 right there. That is going to be 0 for 2, unable to green it that time. That's going to be 0 for 3. And silver is looking pretty bad so far. Don't even know if we're going to beat no, we can't even beat it. We might not even tie no physical finisher, but let's see our last 2. All right, 0 for 3 right now. Let's see what our next one is here. And that time we do green the lightly. So we're now 1 for 4. Let's see, are we going to tie how we did with no physical finisher and bronze, or will we do worse? And we are able to make our last one. Again, even with him contesting there, Cole did it open. So I don't know if that's just because of it being on silver, but either way, we finished 2 for 5 again, so not great. So we're gonna move on to gold now, where I have a 90 driving layup and a 75 strength. All right, guys, we're now at the gold physical finisher. Again, keeping things consistent, still going against that gold paint patroller. Yeah, let's see if we're gonna break the 2 for 5 curse, because no physical finisher, bronze and silver, we've all finished 2 for 5. So let's see, maybe we do a little bit better with gold. And right off the jump, we go 1 for 1. Again, it could be just because the badge is higher. They called that an open. I mean, he's been standing in the same place with his hands up the whole time, just right on the end of that circle. So I don't know, that could just be credit to the badge. So 1 for 1. And we go 2 for 2. Again, we greened a lightly. And I feel like I'm getting a little bit of better animations right now with the layup. Just maybe it's just because the badge is on a higher tier. It seems like I'm just kind of pushing him out of the way midair. Again, he's been staying the same place whole test, but okay, that time we get walled up, so that is going to be 2 for 3. See our 4th try now. Okay, that's going to be 2 for 4. So again, we might finish 2 for 5 again, or we're going to take the jump to 3 for 5. Let's see if we could break the 2 for 5 curse here. And that time we are able to green a red, which is the first time I believe we did that. So that is going to be 3 for 5 again. Better than all of the others, but still room for improvement. So we're going to go ahead to Hall of Fame now. We'll have a 96 driving layup and 83 strength. All right, now we're at Hall of Fame, guys. Again, still going up against gold paint patroller. With gold, we finally broke through 2 for 5, went 3 for 5, even greening a heavy. So gold did actually feel better than the rest. The rest kind of all felt the same. We went 2 for 5. So let's see maybe if we make another jump here with Hall of Fame physical finisher. All right, first try here. And we green a heavy right out the gate. So that's going to be 1 for 1. And that looked crazy. That looked, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out if that's like a regular thing you can make. But if that's pretty broken if you can make that. Again, keep in mind, guys, Hall of Fame difficulty. So 1 for 1 right now. All right, second try. Okay, he does get it there. So we are now 1 for 2. And we green another red. So we are now 2 for 3. And guys, that might be pretty OP. Again, we made 2 out of 3. And those 2 were both heavy. So let's keep going and see what our next 2 here look like as Jokic steals the ball. And we green a lightly there. So we are now 3 for 4. And guys, Hall of Fame is looking to be very good. But let's see what our last one here looks like. And we green another red. So we finished 4 for 5. Honestly, Hall of Fame looked really good. But we didn't go 5 for 5. So let's go ahead to Legend, where I'll now have 97 driving layup and 97 strength. Alright guys, now we have Legend physical finisher. Again, 97 driving layup, 97 strength. Hall of Fame was definitely pretty good. We went 4 for 5, gold 3 for 5. Bronze, silver, and no physical finisher. We went 2 for 5. So logically, it's been making sense at least up to this point. Again, all tested against Jokic's gold paint patroller. But let's see. Will Legend give us the perfect 5 for 5 finish? Or will it not? And first one right there, guys, with Legend. We go 1 for 1. Again, greening another red. Hall of Fame, I believe 3 of the 4 we made were reds. Even on gold, we greened a red. So you can already kind of see the difference with the tiers. But if you could green reds, I mean, that's pretty OP. So we start off 1 for 1. As we green another red and go 2 for 2. So, I mean, that's just pretty crazy. Okay, that time we missed, so we do go 2 for 3. Okay, that time we get a lightly and we do make it, so that is 3 for 4. Let's see our last one here, if we're going to tie how we did on Hoff or not. Alright guys, 3 for 4. Let's go ahead and see what our last one here looks like. And we do green a red, so we finished 4 for 5 and tie Hall of Fame, guys. So just to recap, with no physical finisher, bronze and silver, we went 2 for 5 against, keep in mind again, gold paint patroller, which, you know, that's pretty high. Again, Jokic hands up into paint, giving us that contact to finish physically, like the badge says. With gold, we went 3 for 5, and then Hall of Fame and Legend, we went 4 for 5. So my take is, you know, if you're like a slasher type of guy and you know you're going to be wanting to take a lot of layups at the rim, I would say you probably have to go Hoff. I wouldn't go Legend because we went the same on Hoff and Legend, 4 for 5 for both. And Hoff, I mean, still a big commitment. You would need 96 driving layup and 83 strength. So it's really that driving layup you'd be sacrificing a lot for. So, you know, if you do a lot of layups close to the rim through contact, and again, keep in mind, against the gold paint patroller, which is probably pretty much as good as you'll see playing against most centers, then yeah, I would say you need to go Hoff. If you just mix it into your game every now and then, I mean, you could also do gold. We did green A heavy on gold, and we went 3 for 5, which isn't terrible. It's still 60%. And that then you'd only be a 90 driving layup and 75 strength. Anything lower than that, I wasn't really a fan of silver, bronze, no physical finisher. I think Legend would be overkill. So basically, if you're a slasher, its main focus of your game is making layups, I'd say go Hoff. Mix it in every now and again, you could get away with a gold physical finisher. So that's my take on things. Appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Let me know down below which badge I should break down next. Check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot of my team content on there lately, and I'm out.